Within the aquatic world, turtles, like land turtles and some aquatic species, often enjoy having their shells brushed. This behavior has benefits beyond pleasure, as turtle shells are part of their skeleton, and while they may appear to be made of a hard material that isolates the animal from the outside, they have multiple nerve endings. Gently brushing the shell also helps remove dirt, algae, and other debris that can be uncomfortable or even harmful to them, keeping their skin and shell in a healthy state. Furthermore, the brushing process can stimulate blood circulation and promote skin cell regeneration. If you take naps longer than 30 minutes, you should stop doing so. Short naps of around 15 to 30 minutes can increase alertness, improve mood, and boost productivity. This is because they keep you in the lighter stages of sleep, avoiding what is called sleep inertia, which can cause grogginess and compulsion upon waking. However, if naps exceed 30 minutes, you may enter deeper stages of sleep, resulting in a feeling of drowsiness upon waking, known as sleep inertia. A phenomenon that occurred on December 16, 1811, due to a series of powerful earthquakes in the New Madrid area, caused the Mississippi River to flow in the opposite direction. These earthquakes raised part of the riverbed, temporarily diverting the flow of water backward. However, this change was only momentary, and the river regained its normal course over time. Cat or dog whiskers, also called vibrissae, should not be cut for any reason. Their whiskers, through follicles, are filled with nerves and are key tools for the animal's sensory perception. They provide information about the environment, helping them measure narrow spaces, detect changes in the wind, and perceive the texture of objects. How many times have you enjoyed the jacuzzi and its power to relax you? Well, I have to tell you that we've mentioned this little paradise in a misleading way. A jacuzzi is a registered trademark that manufactures hot tubs and bubbling bathtubs that has over time become a common term to describe any tub with hydrotherapy systems. These tubs are equipped with jets that release water and air under pressure, providing relaxing and therapeutic massages that help reduce stress and relieve muscle pain. So remember that jacuzzi specifically refers to products from the Jacuzzi brand. The notable American psychotherapist Virginia Satir claimed that we need 4 hugs a day to survive, 8 to remain happy, and 12 hugs a day to grow. However, the rate of hugs is currently below the survival level. We must admit that. We suppress emotions. We do not share our quirks. We hide pain. We avoid experiencing certain feelings that hurt us. In the United States, although English is the dominant language, it is not the official and only language due to the cultural diversity of the country. Spanish is the second most spoken language and is very influential, especially in states with significant Latin populations like California, Texas, and Florida. Moreover, due to immigration and globalization, a wide variety of languages are spoken throughout the country, including Chinese, French, German, and more, adding up to a list of over 350 languages. The Middle Ages were a very stinky time. People did not bathe, and it was even believed that if they bathed, they would catch a cold and subsequently get sick. Furthermore, the tradition of giving bridal bouquets had a purpose beyond aesthetics. It started because personal hygiene and sanitary conditions were poor, and the bouquets were made with aromatic herbs and fragrant flowers to mask unpleasant odors. Over time, this practice evolved, and bridal bouquets became symbols of love, happiness, and good fortune. Black has traditionally been considered a color within the multiple ranges of colors that exist, but you should know that the colors we perceive are due to how objects reflect or emit light. Black, on the other hand, is present when there is no light or when objects absorb all wavelengths of light, resulting in a lack of color. In scientific terms, black is the absence of color or visible light. In the additive color model, red, green, and blue are combined to create colors, and the complete absence of light is perceived as black. The Incas were a pre-Columbian civilization in South America, developing mainly in the Andean area, in what is now Peru. There exists a belief that they were people who measured 2 meters or more. However, according to anthropological studies, it suggests that the Incas had a height similar to other Andean ethnic groups of the time, with an average of around 1.57 to 1.63 meters for men and a little less for women. Are you someone who believes that urine comes from the liquids in your digestive tract? Well, you are mistaken. Does everything work that way? Urine is formed thanks to the filtration that the kidneys perform on the blood, removing waste products and excess water. This is how it flows from the kidneys through the ureters into the bladder, where it is temporarily stored. When the bladder fills up, nerve signals are activated that trigger the need to urinate. In France, there is a village called Châteauneuf-du-Pape, which issued a strange rule in 1954, which is still in effect, stating that UFOs cannot fly, land, or take off from its territory. At the end of 1954, reports of UFO sightings began to spread throughout France, generating fear among citizens. The most common way to describe these ships was by their similarity to cigars, which is why the French began to call them cigarette volant, meaning flying cigar. Although there were no reports, the people of this locality were so concerned about the sightings and the effects they had on their wines that the mayor decided to ban the landing of UFOs in the vineyards. The mayor proclaimed the following: "Any saucers or cigars that land in Châteauneuf-du-Pape will be held in custody if caught by the rural police." Pirates used to wear eye patches for practical reasons rather than romantic myths. These patches were not designed to hide a lost eye, but to adapt their vision to different conditions. While at sea, pirates often transitioned from brightly lit decks to dark areas below deck. By wearing a patch over one eye, they could easily alternate between uncovered and covered eyes, allowing them to maintain night vision in the covered eye. This gave them an advantage when moving quickly between different levels of light. This technique is known as scotopic light adaptation. While not all pirates wore patches, those who did demonstrated an early understanding of visual adaptation. The time it takes for the human body to replace all its cells varies according to the type of cell. Skin cells renew themselves in about 2 to 4 weeks, while blood cells have a lifespan of about 3 to 4 months. The liver can replace its cells in about a year. However, some cells remain much longer, such as neurons, which can last a lifetime. On average, it is estimated that the body replaces most of its cells in about 7 to 10 years. This process is essential for maintaining the function and health of the body, allowing for continual repair and growth. On November 6, 1974, NASA conducted a high-power radio transmission via the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico into space called the Arecibo Message. That transmission was designed to send information about humanity to potential extraterrestrial civilizations. The message consisted of 1,679 bits and contained data about numbers, atoms, human DNA, human figures, and the Arecibo telescope itself. It was directed towards the star cluster M13, about 25,000 light-years away. However, the transmission has not yet reached its destination and will take thousands of years to do so. The message was an exercise in broadcasting human intelligence into the cosmos.